Liebe AVZ Minerals Aktionäre, ich befinde mich gerade noch in einer Zoom-Aufnahme und vor gerade mal 5 Sekunden ist Nigel Ferguson raus. Wir haben gerade den 5.5. und ich habe mit Nigel bezüglich der News vom 4.5. und eben auch den Kursrutsch gesprochen. Dafür werdet ihr am Ende des jetzt folgenden Interviews nochmal einen Einschnitt sehen. Wir haben nur eine Audiospur, weil Nigel gerade unterwegs war. Aber ihr seht, auf jeden Fall wurde hier schnell reagiert. Nigel hat reagiert, hat euch Antworten geliefert auf die Fragen, was gestern passiert ist. Dafür am besten bis zum Ende dranbleiben und jetzt wünsche ich euch viel Spaß mit dem eigentlichen Interview. Nigel Ferguson ist CEO von AVZ Minerals, die aktuell das größte unentwickelte Lithiumprojekt der Welt haben. Das Projekt befindet sich im Kongo und erst letzte Woche waren wir mit Nigel Ferguson für 3 Tage in Deutschland und der Schweiz unterwegs und haben euch als Investoren treffen dürfen. Ich habe mich sehr gefreut, den ein oder anderen von euch kennenlernen zu dürfen und ich würde mich auch freuen, wenn wir uns auf den nächsten Roadshows begegnen und noch viele Menschen mehr dazu bekommen, uns in der Community persönlich zu treffen. Demnächst steht wieder eine an, dazu gibt es bald mehr Informationen. Nun aber zum Interview mit Nigel. Das Interview wurde in der Location in München aufgenommen. Der ein oder andere Teilnehmer wird es erkennen.
It's great to be in Germany. We've just about 2/3 of the way through our little mini tour of Germany and Europe, and it's very rewarding to be able to sit down and talk to a lot of the shareholders who have been long-time standing shareholders of AVZ Minerals.
Nigel, wie sieht es aktuell mit der Bergbaulizenz aus? Wir haben ja schon viel gehört, dass demnächst eine kommen soll, aber irgendwie kam da noch nichts. Wie sieht es da also aus?
It's on everyone's lips. It's as you probably realise, we issued a statement the other day saying that we've received the last favourable opinion, and that favourable opinion leads us to a 30-day period where we can have the licence. We're expecting the Mines Minister to sign off on that licence in the next few days, and we'll have that licence announced once it comes back through the regulatory channels from CAMI. So it's just about there.
Das waren doch schon mal sehr kurze und präzise Antworten von Nigel. Außerdem wollte ich von ihm noch wissen, da es dort viel Spekulationen gab, wie erstens eine mögliche Exit-Strategie von AVZ Minerals aussieht oder ob er das überhaupt geplant hat, denn das stand in den letzten Wochen immer wieder in den Medien zur Diskussion.
Yeah, I'm glad you said is there one, because we don't have an exit strategy. We're simply looking to put this project into production. We want this asset at Monono to be able to use as a foundation block to build the company into something much bigger and globally significant. So there's no exit strategy at the moment. There's nothing on the table from anybody, so we're building a mine.
Was ebenfalls eine Sache, die in den Medien verbreitet war, wie viel Prozent des Projektes AVZ Minerals nun wirklich gehören. Und auch dazu hat Nigel einmal Stellung genommen.
Yes, no, look, it's everybody's asking this, and I think it's a little bit confusing at times. We have, under our agreements that we've completed over the last 3 years, made all the payments necessary for us to have a 75% interest in the project. The remaining 25% interest is held by the parastatal Communier, and we'll move forward on that basis on a 75-25. We do have the first right of refusal under our agreement, the joint venture agreement, on the remaining 15% that comes from Communier, and 10% that is held by Communier will actually go back to the government under the Mining Act regulations when we convert to a mining licence. So we're hopeful of being 85-90% of the project at the end of the day, and 10%, 15% to the government, and then we will have the deal with CATH, which allows them to have 24% of the project. So in essence, we'll end up with greater than 51, possibly 66% of the project moving forward.
Eine Frage, die außerdem auf der Roadshow von euch Teilnehmern oft gestellt wurde, war, wie sieht es eigentlich mit der Stromversorgung aus? Wir befinden uns im Kongo. Wir können davon ausgehen, dass vielleicht das eine oder andere Mal die Infrastruktur nicht so perfekt ausgebaut ist. Gibt es denn da verlässliche Pläne? Eine Anlage wie AVZ Minerals sie plant, die wird vermutlich viel Strom brauchen, oder?
Yeah, look, we're very fortunate in that we have a memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Hydraulic Resources and Energy. That relates to a facility 87 kilometres, excuse me, 87 kilometres to the south of us, or southwest of us, and that's Pianamwango. It's an historical hydro scheme that was operational when the tin mine was operational. It needs to be refurbished, and that actually gives us a total of 44 megawatts of power once it's refurbished. It'll be done in 2 stages. We will fill the first stage out, and that'll give us somewhere in the high 20s, 28, 30 megawatts of power, and that's more than sufficient to run the plant and equipment that we need to run for the first stage of the project.
Also auch darauf hatte Nigel wieder eine Antwort. Es wird ein Wasserkraftwerk geben, ganz in der Nähe, damit eben die Stromversorgung für die Mine gesichert ist. Zur generellen Information wurde uns auch mitgeteilt, dass die Straßen großteils in Ordnung sind. Also auch wenn wir uns in der Mitte der Demokratischen Republik Kongo befinden, heißt es nicht, dass wir dort ganz große Straßenarbeiten machen müssen. Einige Brücken sollen wohl repariert werden, einige kleine Straßen ebenfalls, aber das große Ganze der Infrastruktur, das steht. Und eben auch die Verbindungen zu beispielsweise den Häfen, wie wir hier gerade auf der eingeblendeten Folie sehen können. Talking about building a mine, you need resources to build a mine, and you've already discovered a huge amount of lithium in the ground, but only on one part of the project. There's a few other parts of the project you haven't drilled on. Going to drill on those, and if so, when are you going to do it? Are there any plans on doing it?
No, there's definitely plans to do it, and you're quite right. We've only drilled intensively. We've only drilled one sector of this area. That's the Roche d'Or project, and we've probably committed I think 27,500, 28,000 metres of drilling there. The rest of the balance of the 30,000 metres completed so far, 31,000 metres, is scattered through the rest of the resource area or through the project area. So we will be committing to further drilling. We have just about issued some contracts, awarded contracts for additional drilling on the lithium hydroxide of things to the north of Roche d'Or. That includes all the way through to Carrier de l'Est. And then we also have some work that's going to be going on for the tin, alluvial tin and tantalum resources as well. So there's a lot more work to be done. We wanted to get a significant resource to be able to start funding the project and get it into production, and then everything else will follow on from that.
Let's start with the first question. I've seen yesterday's news regarding the license and the Ministry of Mines.
Okay, so we've received from the Minister of Mines a ministerial decree which entitles us to a mining license on the Manono project. It will be awarded for the southern section of the work area that we've been completing everything on. So that includes the Roche d'Or resource calculation. It also includes the Carrier de l'Est deposit as well, the southern section of it, and everything in between. So 99.9% of our assets are going to be contained within that mining license. The procedure from here is that the ministry sends the documentation through to CAMI. CAMI calculate the surface taxes that are to be paid. We settle the surface taxes, and then the certificate of license is issued. As far as I understand, that should be well and truly in train, and we should have the mining license in entirety within the next week at the most.
So from your point of view, you had a good news release yesterday, is it right?
Correct.
Okay, good to know. And the other thing is some people, there was a speculation of the market, and some people said that you don't have control about your projects anymore. What are your statements on those speculations?
Yes, I think it's a misconception there. We have very much in hand 75% of the license, equity in the license company that holds it, Dathcom Mining, and the 25% remaining is held with Cominiere, the state government, the parastatal entity. We have first right of refusal over extra equity from Cominiere. We also have speculation there that there are other players that are involved, and we don't believe that's correct. We've had our lawyers look over all the details, and we are 100% sure that we have 75% of the project. So the minimum we go down to on the back of the Cath deal will be 51%.
All right, Nigel. So when can we or the company expect any further updates?
Yeah, no, we're attending the one-to-one conference in Cape Town. That's happening next Monday and Tuesday. So we'll be presenting, I think it's on the Tuesday. There'll be a little bit more of an update there and clarification on equity holding in the company. And we'll be open to questions from many of the interviewers who are going to be sitting with us at one-to-one meetings. Looking forward to it.
Okay, wir haben nun also einige Antworten von Nigel auf die meistgestelltesten Fragen bekommen. Wenn ihr noch weitere Fragen habt, schreibt sie gerne unten in die Kommentare. Wir können auf kurzem Weg mit Nigel kommunizieren und euch diese Fragen beantworten. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und wir sehen uns im nächsten Video.